When it's time for an adventure on the open highway, one quick call to American Family Insurance gets you headed in the right direction. Our travel peace of mind package is there if you encounter a bump in the road. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, we have you covered. Find a local agent or get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is The Mighty Rock, starring BJ and Migs. Mornings.
Because, hey, at least once a day, you should experience a BJ.
You know, I'm ready for my BJ.
.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. An X-Wing fighter model from the original Star Wars sold for $2.3 million at auction. Now, I'm assuming it's the one they used, when you saw it flying through space and not like the big things that they sat in.
Yeah, I'm guessing like the model. Because then they use like little model...
they had like little, obviously they didn't have real X-Wings flying through, but they probably had practical models. It wasn't CGI back in the original Star Wars.
So what was, it wasn't Star Wars. We went to the Mopop when it was called EMP and there was
Battlestar Galactica.
That's what it was. And they had some of like the replicas that were life size. Like you can actually, I don't know if you want to sit in them because they weren't made like at the highest quality, but it was so cool to see them up close just to see kind of how low budget some of those things were, but it was on television and film. They look great.
Yeah, you get to augment a lot of stuff. I think by the time that it was Galactica when it was made in the early 2000s, the second coming of that. You're right, Steve. It's funny when you see any of the props that you see at the Mopop. You're like, wow, that gun, that phaser, that laser looks a lot more impressive in the show. But they're able to do some cinema magic or whatever, or it looks really good on the TV. I don't know, but yeah, it was cool to see all those big models they used.
And looking on Twitter, it looks like they do say it's the X-Wing model miniature from Star Wars. So it's one of the ones that they used for the other scenes, not just to sit in.
Man, it looks just like a toy.
Yeah. Right?
And it's $2.3 million. I want the one that I can actually sit in.
For $2.3, yes.
That's why it's pretty impressive that when you think about what they were able to do, because those were real models they built and, had to shoot and make them look like they were flying around. And basically just the way the cameras had to be zipping around them and everything. Of course, CGI, it's a lot different.
I love how the tweet said the winner definitely stayed on target with this one.
Right? Yeah, they did.
Stay on target.
$2.3 million. Boy, someone's got a lot of money to just collect things.
Where do you put that? I feel like that needs to go right by, like, in the living room on, like, a shelf.
Glass case, I don't know, like 6 inch.
Does it say?
If you have a kid, definitely, like, something where you can't have the kid pull it out. Yeah.
And it depends on how big it is. Even though it's a miniature, some of those miniatures were pretty big, comparatively speaking, because, they wanted it to look realistic, but it's, obviously not as big as the real. Because those Battlestar Galactica, we couldn't get in them, Steve. They looked big enough to get in them, but they were just huge. And they were still to represent like giant big spaceships. So I wonder how big that is.
Dude, I'm looking at it and it looks like it would probably be, just from the picture, maybe it's a foot long.
Yeah.
If that.
That's not that big.
12, 13 inches. I don't know.
So apparently the dimensions say 22 inches by 18 by 8.
Oh, so I'm bad with my inches.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all right, buddy. It's worked for you your whole life.
Close enough. Yeah, that's what I always said.
Yeah, there you go. Close enough. A foot, 2 feet, whatever,
Dude, it was estimated it was going to go for anywhere between $500,000 to $1 million.
2.3.
So there must have been 2 Star Wars fans that just got into a bidding war, or multiple Star Wars
I could imagine
fans.
that. Yeah.
Right? You're like, I'm already over $1 million. What's another 100,000? And the next thing you know, I can't believe I just spent $2.3 million on this thing.
One of Johnny Depp's gloves from Edward Scissorhands went for over $81,000. That went for more than they expected.
See, I think I'd rather that than the X-Wing fighter.
If someone breaks in your home, you can just pop that on and defend yourself.
You know it. Or if someone comes over with a bad haircut, you can fix it.
Yeah. I feel like they're probably rubber blades, guys, but you know what? You can scare people away.
You don't know.
We could gimmick it and put actual blades in there.
Oh, you want to go ahead and do that? All right. Well, you do what you got to do to protect yourself. Yeah. So, again, people who just want to, look, some people might think this stuff will appreciate and value because it's an art piece. I suppose it will. But, man, it is wild to think that, those are the kind of things that are going for millions.
Well, Star Wars, is still as popular as ever. 40 some odd years later.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. That everyone's going crazy over that Obi-Wan Kenobi finale that happened.
Oh, hell
yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of texts from people that are just like, what do you guys think of it? And I told them it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
You jerk.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah, you should say that. Well, Steve, it's I don't, it's trouble because it's trouble because I live in a bubble when it comes to something like that because it was from the first episode I'd hoped that they would give me what they gave me in the first episode, and for the most part they did all the way through the series. And yet, hardcore Star Wars fans, like usual, and my son is among them. And I can't argue. They felt the plot was a little tough and had a couple plot holes here and there, and some of the writing was a little like, what is this? But I was like, I don't care. I am happy to go on this adventure. That's what I looked at it like. I'm happy to go on this adventure and just suspend disbelief and just go. And I enjoyed the heck out of it. I did.
I love that you have to say suspend disbelief, for all the super Star Wars fans in a world where Wookiees and lightsabers exist.
It's just like with wrestling fans. Like, I needed to suspend all belief to believe what happened in that match. Like, you had no problem believing a guy was dead. And was a wrestler.
Right.
Like, an
actual undead wrestler.
Right. You had no problem knowing, believing that a woman gave birth to a hand. Like that, you didn't suspend, that was okay.
You're bringing up some of the good stuff.
Right. Like it's always funny when you get like these people are like, that doesn't seem very believable. Even though it's sci-fi or it's pro wrestling or whatever, it's like, it's already meant to be unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. It's tough, man. I just have there are just some people that do not like the current Disney management, and it doesn't matter what Disney does. And though I don't think they realize that that's just the filter they're looking through. It does not matter what Disney does because they hate certain people at Disney. Right. They're going to hate everything that Disney does. And me, I really felt like it was an enjoyable story. And episode, the part 6 really gave us a little bit more. And I'm like, okay, it gave me stuff that I wanted. And looks like it's set up a couple of other shows that are going to be coming down the pike, which I think is kind of cool.
Dude, it's funny. We go back to the auction on the X-Wing fighter. So the Hollywood Reporter put out a tweet talking about how it went for $2.3 million, to which Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, he retweeted that saying, I should have kept mine.
Wow, right?
Yeah, man, you just never, none of them ever thought this would be the case.
Does this mean now, like, actors are just going to be for sure grabbing a prop or two before they leave, even if they think the movie might bomb because they don't know what's going to happen 40 years later? And it's
for real.
I need an extra retirement sort of thing. I'm just going to take this little prop here.
Dude, it's been fun. Like, I'm on the Twitter page of the place that did the auction, and they've been popping on like what the results of other movie props. Granted, nothing on the level of the X-Wing fighter for $2.3 million, or even Johnny Scissorhands, whatever.
Edward.
Johnny Scissorhands. That's it. Hey, Johnny Scissorhands. I'm from Brooklyn. Hey, I'm Johnny Scissorhands. How you doing?
It was his little brother. They failed. They ended up making the movie. It didn't. It was a terrible concept. But Jason Voorhees, the machete, that Kane Hodder, the Jason Voorhees, that version of Jason from Jason Goes to Hell, the Final Friday, which wasn't really the Final Friday, $13,000 for the prop machete.
Granted, it's not 2-point-something million, but it's pretty good.
That'd be pretty sick to have if you're a horror film collector. Okay, how about this one for the James Bond fans? The set of 5 Monte Carlo casino playing cards that were used in GoldenEye, the 1995 movie.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
$16,000.
Wow. Yeah,
so just a set of cards.
Well, you wonder who's got that stuff, man. You just wait, and sometimes the actors, they'll steal some stuff and not tell anybody. Other times, somebody will give it to them because they go, "Look, this is just going to be destroyed. Here you go, have this because you really made this. This was you." But now I can't imagine anybody from any movie company giving anything away to anybody, knowing what can happen. There's just no way you're going to give anything to anybody.
I hear they steal a lot of the stuff. Like they don't, the company doesn't give it to you. Like I think I read, this was years ago, Johnny Depp keeps one little random thing from each movie. And for like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, he kept his fake teeth.
Really?
Just stuff like that. Like a lot of times, like you have to steal it as an actor. It doesn't matter if you're famous or not.
How about
that makes sense.
The newspaper cover from Home Alone 2, where it's the wet bandits were arrested with their faces on it. Okay. That went for $4,300.
Man, if you just had a house where you had collected all these things, it'd be crazy.
Do a set of license plates from the Fast and the Furious sold for $8,000.
Whoa. Okay, probably not from Tokyo Drift.
Wow. And I love this one. One of the gemstones from One-Eyed Willie's collection from the Goonies went for $5,600.
Well, it is a gemstone.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Wow.
It's probably just a shiny rock that they made.
Right?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I know. But you don't have enough room. You just don't have enough room in your life because for everything you collect, for every one valuable thing, there's probably 10 that are just worthless. That's the problem.
What do you think Freddy Krueger's glove and sweater from Freddy versus Jason?
Glove
okay, so
sweater.
Yeah. Johnny Scissorhands. Hey, my glove. It went for like $80,000.
And it's the sweater where the glove is protruding through the sweater.
Oh.
I don't remember Freddy versus Jason all that well, but it's when like the glove is just coming through the sweater.
I'm going to say that has to go for less than $80,000. I'm going to go that's going to go for $20,000.
Wow. $20,000, okay.
I think it's going to go for more. I'm going to say $150,000.
$150,000. Okay,
wow.
Vicky, what do you think?
My thinking, because it wasn't like the OG movie, it's got to be less. I'm going to say 15.
$15,000. He's not here today, so he can't guess.
All right.
I guess $1.
All right, prices right.
Rev is way over.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I would have paid that
I think
much.
BJ's the closest. What did you say again? 20?
I said $20,000.
$59,000.
Yeah, all right.
That's still a good amount,
right?
I'm a winner. Thank you. Woo, come on down. Whoa. Let me spin that wheel, Drew.
Oh, man, we got to keep our tabs on this. It hasn't been put up on auction just yet, but they said they've got the Breaking Bad lots are arriving to the prop store, a live auction, including they have a picture of Walter White from the first season where he's just in his underwear, Teddy White, he's with a gun.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what kind of props they're going to have from Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah, since Better Call Saul is wrapping up soon, and we heard more info, according to Bob Odenkirk, whether he meant to say this or not. It looks like Walter and Jesse are going to be in these final episodes more than we expected.
That now makes me want to. I think I might just tune into those episodes and just.
That's what you did last time.
Yeah.
You should watch the last episodes like you did with Breaking Bad, and then you may want to restart the whole Better Call Saul series.
That seems to work. Assess if it's worth watching. I'm going to watch the last. It's like the person who reads the last page of a book. It's like, all right, now I can read the rest of this book.
Wow. It is, I don't know, Rev, you watched both so far. What do you think is a slower burn? Some people feel like Better Call Saul is slower, which is hard to believe.
Saul feels a lot slower, and to be honest, we haven't gotten into, I think, maybe the last 2 seasons. It's been a little bit of a while.
Good.
And it hasn't been something I've necessarily wanted to go back to. So, maybe we'll finish it eventually, but I don't know. I kind of get what Saul's about, and I just don't care about him that much as I did about Walter and Jesse.
Yeah.
It's like you're belaboring it. You're like, okay, I get it.
Right? I know, he's going to make it through, and, none of the other characters I really care that much about. Maybe Kim a little bit, but that was about it.
Well, I will say this. And granted, it is a slow burn, but obviously Kim was not in, Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And she's his wife. So you're like, okay, what happened to him? Because she's fantastic, but, and together they really were a great team of just, he wasn't exactly Saul, but they were a great team of just F the system in their own way, and you get to see more about her life. Of course, there's a deeper dive into Gus, which is cool. Gus and Mike.
Gus rocks.
Yeah, and
I like Mike a lot. Yeah,
and you get to see more of Mike's story, which is interesting. And then the Salamanca wheelchair dude. You get to see how all that came to be. Bell ringing Billy.
Yeah,
you get to see why he got there. He wasn't always in a chair ringing a bell. So that was. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, it was definitely a slower burn. And Michael McKean, Lenny. He was Saul's brother, and you got to see that whole thing. And I would say the mid-season finale of the last season was what? So yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. And then Walter and Aaron and Jesse are coming. Come on. Hey, we had a dog that broke out of a kennel and found its way home 2 miles away. I'll tell you all about this at 8:17 on The Rock.
When it's time for an adventure on the open highway, one quick call to American Family Insurance gets you headed in the right direction. Our travel peace of mind package is there if you encounter a bump in the road. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, we have you covered. Find a local agent or get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A couple from Kansas City went to Las Vegas on vacation and left their dog Dexter at a kennel. Which I'm happy. I that way nobody would bring their dog to me. I always go, can you put him in a kennel somewhere?
Who's hitting you up to have you watch there? I would never. On my list of all of my friends, you wouldn't crack the top 100.
Yeah, because you know me. You're a smart guy. But I've had people go, hey, and no. But how about this? They did put the dog in the kennel, and then they got an alert from their doorbell cam after he broke out by scaling a 6-foot fence. And he found his way back to their home 2 miles away. They talked to him over the speaker while someone at the kennel drove and got him.
Dude, that's insane. So he was able to figure out the 2 miles, how to get there.
Yeah. I mean, he's, he wants to be back with the pack. He knows what's up.
Did he have a GPS with him or something, like on his collar? Turn left here at the fire hydrant.
I know I would need that, but, dogs are, I guess, they know how to get where they got to go. They got the sniffers, and that makes it happen for them. So they say, our dog's really smart, sometimes too smart for his own good. Here's the audio of the owner talking to his dog over the speaker.
Hi, buddy. Stay there. Dexter, sit. Oh, I know, buddy. I'm sorry. What a smart boy, though. Good boy. Dexter, come here. Good boy. Here comes some lights. That's them. Good boy. Thank you.
I'm blown away by this. It's like that story on Miles Shares where he's on when he takes the bus, and he always sees this dog get on the bus by itself, and it actually became a story like on Como 4 where it gets on the bus, knows the exit to get off, would stop, and goes to the park and plays, and then goes back on the bus to go back home. Yeah,
that's pretty wild, man. Yeah, but you know what? They do have abilities, them dogs. Especially when it comes to navigation. I think a lot of dogs have good navigation.
I do love that he was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk to my dog on the ring cam and keep him busy until they come back.
Yeah, that was a great idea. See, the owner and the dog, very, very smart.
Oh, they could do a new Fox show instead of Prison Break. It's Kennel Break.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, maybe it's on the Pet Network.
Yeah, probably the Pet Network. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's good for maybe like 10 minutes in. I think I'm done with this show already.
Oh, I'm sure my daughter would watch it for an hour.
Oh, would she? Oh, all right. Well, we
when all else fails, all I do is go YouTube, puppies playing, and on our controller, you hit that microphone thing on the Xfinity remote. I'm just like YouTube, puppies playing, and then I put it on. Doesn't matter what kind of puppy, what it's doing, if it's swimming, if it's running around. She just sits there and comments on everything that they're doing and laughs.
Man, you guys have so many tools at your disposal to keep that kid quiet.
Right?
Yeah.
It's that or Bon Bon the monkey.
Yeah, well, we had what we had, which was probably very similar to Bon Bon the monkey, but, watching puppy videos, I think that's probably something you could get into, too, and feel pretty good about.
This weird YouTube series of, an actual monkey, and they, created, a little human, a little monkey world for it, with, little miniature everything, but I don't know who the hell this person is that created all this, but it's a real monkey, and it just goes around and, pretends to shop and do laundry, and...
Oh, no. And it is a real monkey that's doing all this stuff.
Yeah, I think there was Bibby, I think was one of the monkeys, or BB, and I think BB got too old, so they switched it out to Bon Bon, or vice versa. I don't know the full backstory. We don't watch it a ton, but it's a very weird show on YouTube.
And it's a live-action monkey, a real monkey.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's got millions and millions of views, because I'm we found it because of puppies playing on YouTube, then it gives you suggested stuff.
Oh,
and so she's
okay.
So she looks and goes, ooh, that looks fun. So I'm like, all right, I'll click on it.
I love that term she uses.
That's everything.
That looks fun.
That looks fun. I'm like, well, you know what? If you think it looks fun, Dad thinks it looks fun too. And you click on it and you're just like, this is the dumbest thing. And I'm like, all right, this must just be like a deep cut on YouTube. And I click on like the views, and it's like 12 million views. I'm like, okay,
Damn.
This is a thing. Someone's
All right,
making
Bon
a lot of
Bon.
money off of Bon Bon the monkey.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not us. Bon Bon the monkey.
I should do like Steve the human.
Yeah, you know
And
what?
I
I've
just do
watched
the
that.
exact same thing that the monkey does. Human things.
Folding laundry.
That looks
going
fun.
to the store.
Yep.
Yeah. Or maybe you should be doing monkey things.
Oh, yeah. Turn it around on them.
I don't really want to watch a YouTube video of me flinging poop at people.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I mean,
You're only
granted,
fans.
Of course, I see you go to what you're expert in, but yes.
What else do monkeys really do?
Swinging in a tree.
I can't do
know.
Eating bananas.
I can do that.
Yeah, I'm sure
Grooming
people
each
want to
other.
watch.
Yep.
Eating
Scratching
fleas.
myself.
Yeah. See, you got it covered, buddy.
I don't know if I
pretty
want.
much-
I don't know if I want to make money doing that. Like, because
I
at
feel
some
like-
point I got to explain to somebody what I do for a living. And I'm like, well, I pretend to be a monkey on YouTube, and I've got like a bunch of people that watch it.
Yeah, well, if you're making six figures doing that, I think you know what. Let them shame you all you want. You're the man laughing all the way to the monkey bank.
You are a content creator.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm a brand ambassador.
you're a banana influencer.
Yes.
I've had to explain that to like in grown up stuff that I also do content creation on a website called OnlyFans. But I call it content creation.
Why not?
I mean, it is that's what it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not lying. So, Steve, look, if Vicky can present it that way, why don't you go get a banana and do things with it?
Someone texted and said my kid just started watching Blippi, which is different than BB or Bippy. Blippi's a human from actually the Northwest.
Yeah, he was
What does
originally
Blippi
here.
do?
He's an
don't
adult
know.
man, and he'll go to different cool places. My little brother is obsessed with him. He'll go to like science centers, museums, or even just restaurants, and he learns how to do things, and he explains to kids like, hey, look at this machine. We're going to make popsicles.
So it's like a Guy Fieri, but for children stuff.
Yeah, and he talks. Yeah, he talks directly to the kids. He's all silly, wears blue and orange. And I was watching a video. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this one. I put it on, and it's not even Blippi anymore. He calls himself Blippi, and it's another guy. So
What?
he's like,
There's a new Blippi?
He's outsourcing for all the things that he doesn't normally do. I think for his live videos.
So he's got a team of Blippies?
Yeah. I'm like,
He's
at
making
that-
money.
At
That's
that, oh
not
no,
right.
yeah.
He's franchising Blippi.
I have had to go buy some toys because he has toys at Target, Walmart,
All over
everywhere.
Target. I see him all the time. We haven't watched this show. I'm kind of afraid to.
Oh, they're expensive. These toys for
Damn,
what they
Blippi's
are.
got toys.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
It's a
and this
local dude.
Yeah, I think he
A local
moved to
dude.
Vegas, but he was originally from here, and a few of his episodes are from places here in Washington.
And this is all on YouTube.
I think
There you
doesn't he
go.
have is it just YouTube or does he have actually a
think-
show on a network?
I think he's probably on one of the like Roku channels. I've seen him
Oh,
in some
okay.
of those before, but I know he got to start on YouTube.
Someone said Blippi's annoying. Another person said I just started watching Blippi. I don't know who the hell Blippi is, but I want to punch him in the face.
All right.
So is he like Barney, I guess?
Kinda.
Well, like all of those shows, really. You just want to punch them all in the face. I always wanted Dora to get lost. I mean, I never come back. All of those
Like
damn
she
shows.
falls in a well or something. Can't
Exactly.
find her.
And Lassie's not going to come get her for all you old folks.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's it. Peace out, Dora. Peace out, Blippi.
Someone said the new Blippi sucks.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of like with Blue's Clues when he changed who Blue was.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
not Blue.
There was Steve, then Joe, and now we have Josh. And I know because
When they changed out Blue and they said, this is my new dog, Indigo, I was like, I hate this dog.
Blue's been the same. He's
You're-
consistent.
Blue's
Yeah.
a girl, actually.
She's been consistent.
And she's got a best friend, not Indigo, but Magenta. Why do I know
Gosh,
this?
I wasn't far off. I
Because
should be
you had a
writing
kid
that
around
show.
you all the
I
time.
know, but I've known this before him.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
That was always a stoner show, Blue's Clues, let's be honest.
So I said my girlfriend's grandson watches Blippi all the time. I just want to smack that guy. He's so damn annoying.
He has,
Yeah.
I've seen he's got, I think, different channels with different languages because I've seen Blippi in Spanish. Obviously, it was just dubbed over. This guy is just, like what you said earlier, laughing his way to the bank.
What's his name, El Blippo? What do they
El
call
Blippo.
him?
No, they call him Blippi.
Oh, okay. I think El Blippo would be a better name.
Agreed.
And Blippi was in the middle of, he had some controversy before he became Blippi.
Oh,
which is
really?
crazy. So people, when you find out you become a star, it's like then everyone wants to see what you did in your past. And I'm going to read just the headline, BJ, because this was from BuzzFeed News. Kids YouTube star Blippi regrets the viral video in which he poops all over his friend.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember this
It
story.
was based off the Harlem Shake audio. So, like, when people just start dancing and wiggling around, well,
So it was just like, it was a joke.
yeah, it was just him being a dumb person trying to make a video.
And he's just trying to probably become a viral hit.
Yeah.
Not realizing one day he's going to become a massive children's star.
I remember Blippi now.
I bet he wanted nothing more than for that video to disappear. I mean, he's recovered. So whoever his PR team is, he's able to get past that.
He's got new Blippies now. He doesn't even care.
Oh, according to wealthygorilla.com,
that's a very reputable news source.
Yes.
Yeah.
As of June 2022, he is worth roughly $40 million.
All right. What does Wealthy Gorilla say about me?
I don't think you're cool enough for that one.
What? I don't warrant Wealthy Gorilla just because I dropped to $1 million net worth. This is BS.
Dude, he gets about 7 billion views, 400 million views per month, according to this one story.
Yeah,
and they said through YouTube rates, like how they figured and did the math, he could earn anywhere from 100,000 to 1.6 million per month in ad revenue.
That's pretty damn good. And boy, YouTube is happy about that because they're not notorious for paying people well when it comes to the profits they make off their videos. So they must be making a lot more. YouTube loves Blippi.
And that is before you take into account, clothing and toys and any other stuff he may be doing, events. Because I think he did like a live show recently or within the last year or so. This guy's a genius.
Well, see what you do when you're a content creator, Vicky. You just got to create the right content. That's why, Steve, you need to get working on that banana.
Yeah, well, he already did the whole poop thing, so I can't do that.
You could do sexy Blippi and go on OnlyFans. Just wear the shorts instead of his colorful pants.
Yeah, we'll call you Bloopy.
Or Drippy.
Oh, no.
Drippy's even better. All right, that's what I want.
Yes.
Sorry, man. This is your new life now.
Yeah, boy. Don't even want to tell you what you're going to have to do to live up to the name Drippy, but congratulations.
I pull into work with like a really nice like new Porsche SUV, and you're like, dude, what's going on? Like, where's this money coming from? Like, well, if you guys Google Drippy, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, you will. Hey, kids, you want to see what Drippy does next? No.
I'm a content creator, BJ.
Yeah.
I just go by Drippy online.
Everybody just pays you a salary not to put videos up. Here you go. Here's some money. Please don't do anything more, Drippy, please. Yeah.
I can't believe he's pulling in like 6 figures at minimum a month.
Yeah. Good for him, man.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
why not?
Look, whatever works, whatever gets you. I mean, you got to be creative, and you make it. Now he's franchising his own name. It's insane.
When it's time for an adventure on the open highway, one quick call to American Family Insurance gets you headed in the right direction. Our travel peace of mind package is there if you encounter a bump in the road. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, we have you covered. Find a local agent or get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
I get to say good for him because I don't have any children the age enough to have to put up with those videos. I'd probably be losing my mind, too, if I had grandkids who were watching that around me. Oh,
it is a whole different world. Like, just the amount of, like, kids programming that is just not under, if you don't have a kid, you never even think about it. Like, we recently just got hooked on, there's, like, this guy that kind of looks like a hippie version of Tim Taylor, and he does all these songs. But they're actually pretty fun. Like, he's just helping you, like, how to pronounce certain, like, that, like, doing the ABCs and how, like, each letter, the sounds that each letter makes, and then also colors. And we'll watch those from time to time, me and Tatum, and she just loves them. But the guy just seems like this weird hippie dude that probably music career never really took off. So now he's making all these really bad songs. I think he's like called Mr. Hartman or something like that. It's pretty insane, dude.
Well, if you take a look at Casper Baby Pants, man, I think everybody took a look at that situation.
Yeah, Casper got it dialed in because he's fun for adults as well. And that's Chris Ballou from the Presidents of the USA.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Yes, that's him. What's his name?
Yeah, you're right.
It's Mr. Hartman.
Hartman, but with 2 N's.
Yeah, he just sings songs about colors, man.
Oh, Mr. Hartman. All right, Mr. Hartman. That's fantastic. Good for him.
Yeah, but doesn't he look kind of like a Tim Taylor type, like, dad?
He's got at least a couple of pair of New Balances in the closet.
All white.
All white, of course.
Like
what's
Pete
he getting
Carroll's.
for views, Vicky? How's he comparing to Blippi?
Well, the song "What Color Is It" got 9.7 million, so it's about to crack 10 million. Yeah,
that's not bad. Oh, man, again, it's all over YouTube. How about Nickelodeon used to be the go-to for guys like me? That's where we had to throw that network on and hope that would entertain the kids.
Yeah, the Jack Hartman Kids Music Channel.
Damn.
And he looks baked, and it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes he dresses as a shark. I think Rev will appreciate that.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Hey, you know what day it is, right? It's Flamingo Day.
Flamingo.
This is a flamingo.
That's him.
It looks like this. This is a flamingo. What color is it?
It's pink.
It's pink.
Boom.
Yeah, you're enjoying this way too much.
You just went boom.
Yeah, this is.
I've watched that video multiple times, Rev. It's so funny.
This is your life now,
dude.
I want no part of it. Thank you.
It's a charmed life, I tell you.
Is it a charmed life, though? Yeah. You know, I didn't enjoy that part of my life. I hated all those shows. No, I hated them all. I really did.
You know, I don't despise it. I think it's because it's just fun watching her. Like, the novelty hasn't worn off. I can imagine that maybe, like, you know, in a couple of years, I'll be just like you, BJ, and miserable about these shows. But I'm still enjoying, like, seeing her reaction because we don't watch a lot of television. So when we do watch these videos, it's kind of a treat for her. And it's fun to see her, like, kind of like, you know, interact with these songs and be able to, like, figure things out. I'm just watching her brain work. So I get a kick out of it.
Yeah, you know, I'm one of those weirdos that fatherhood, the older they got, the more I liked being a father. The younger they were, the more I hated being a father. It got better and better every year. And I remember hating those songs. I think my wife, Kathy, liked them a lot and thought it was cute. I hated all of that. Hated Barney. I hated every little kid thing. It wasn't until Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where I'm like, all right, they're kind of superheroes. I guess maybe I can sort of bro down a little bit with this.
Tolerate it.
Oh, yeah, I hated all of that. But the older they got, the more I like being a dad, which is not usual. I think a lot of folks really don't like their kids when they're teenagers. And not to say that I didn't have issues, but I don't know. I like being able to talk to them and not have to go, it's a twinkle, twinkle. Oh, God, I just think... Oh, man.
What was that? It's a little twinkle, twinkle. Eh?
Oh, I hated all of that. All of those songs, you know, Wheels on the Bus, No More Monkeys Jumping on the Bed. All the Raffi songs. I wanted to hunt Raffi down. I was like, I would do a movie right now.
Banana Phone's a banger, though. Come on, you got to give it up.
No,
that for
I have
that.
a certain set of skills, and we used them all on Raffi.
The monkey song is the worst.
Oh, but they're all the worst.
No.
That Pink Flamingo song was horrid.
That? Jack Hartman? You watch your whore mouth.
Oh, yeah. Jack Hartman, he's on my list. He and Raffi now.
Throw down, man.
Dude, it's so funny. I bring him up. There's a ton of texts before we even said who it was. Like, dude, that's Jack Hartman. You're talking about Jack Hartman. He's the man. We accounted for about 5,000 of those 10 million views, LOL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just in general. It's like, it's not anybody in particular. It's all of them. All the bananas in their damn pajamas, all of them.
Coming down the stairs, VJ. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, all of them. Yeah, it's oh, God.
Why
Baby
do I
Bop,
know
I was
this?
like, why did you have to be born? Why didn't your parents abort you? You know, I mean.
Wow.
Well, you know.
Kind of aggressive,
Yeah, it was very, very dark. I was not a Baby Bop fan. Yeah. All right. So there you go. I wasn't a fan of any of them. Oh,
I can't tell.
Yeah.
I mean, you give off this
Every
vibe
day.
that you love children's entertainment.
Oh, my goodness.
God. That's why I'm not in a rush to be a grandfather. I am so happy I hear these stories and don't have to,
Oh, dude, you'll have to go right back to that era of your life that you hated.
Oh, I know. I'm not looking forward to it. I have no desire to be a grandfather. Everybody goes, hey, once Sarah gets married, I go, I know. And I know she wants to have kids. It's the worst moment of my life because she's going to want me to take care of them.
Oh, at our last lunch, she was all about talking about the kids.
I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I saw it when she was looking at Tatum. She had that look in her eye. I'm like, oh, here we go.
That's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Then you'll be like listening. You're not going to be able to watch Black Mirror. You're going to have to watch Jack Hartman's.
Oh, that's awesome. So you find my suffering awesome, do you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've made a career out of that. So, like, I mean,
All right, yesterday Steve did get this one right.
Which animal can be seen on the Porsche logo?
A horse. A horse.
Yes.
Yeah. A horse is a horse, of course.
Porsche.
Yeah.
It's funny how you
Horsey.
that.
Yeah. Hey, you want a shot at beating Steve? Well, just give him some snacks. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion. Featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.